Creatures from the bottom of the ocean that will give you nightmares. The Frilled Shark. The frilled shark is a living fossil, a species that has retained some of the features of its primitive ancestors. This picture is a frilled shark found by a Japanese fisherman in 2007. With its grisly appearance, the frilled shark is an example of a living fossil, whose appearance has not evolved much through the millennia. The term can also apply to creatures that have few or no close surviving relatives. What's most unusual about this prehistoric-looking predator, which is endemic to the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, is the way it reproduces. In other mammal species, embryos are nourished via placenta. However, frilled sharks' embryos obtain energies from yolk sacs, and mothers only give birth once their offspring are capable of surviving on their own. Growing up to 7 feet long, frilled sharks primarily prey on squid. They've also been known to feed on fish and even other sharks. Hagfish. Hagfish are known for their repulsive feeding habits. Lacking jaws, they consume the decaying carcasses of other sea creatures by burrowing into them with tooth-like structures. There are estimated to be 76 species of hagfish, and some live as deep as 5,500 feet below the water's surface. They are known as slime eels because of the goop their bodies produce to ward off predators. Scientists estimate that there are 76 species of hagfish which can grow between 16 and 40 inches long. Some live as deep as 5,600 feet below the water's surface. The Atlantic wolffish. The Atlantic wolffish is a predatory species characterized by a mouthful of sharp, canine-like teeth. A predatory species that feeds on hard-bodied or spiny invertebrates like sea urchins and large marine snails. This creature is not aggressive towards human unless provoked. You'll find the Atlantic wolffish, which can grow up to 5 feet long in the North Atlantic Ocean and Arctic Oceans. Preferring chillier water, it lives at depths ranging from 328 feet to 1,640 feet. With its lengthy eel-like body, the fish is also known as a wolf eel. The Goblin Shark. The Goblin Shark has 50 teeth in its mouth. You can identify Goblin Sharks, a rare bottom-dwelling species, by the shape of their snouts, which are elongated and flattened. With 50 teeth in their mouths, these gruesome creatures command attention. Interestingly, female Goblin Sharks are larger in adulthood than the males of their species. Females can be a maximum of 11 inches long, while males grow to be an average length of 8.66 inches. The Japanese spider crab. The Japanese spider crab can weigh up to 44 pounds. Native to the Pacific Ocean, the Japanese spider crab grows up to 15 inches wide and weighs up to 44 pounds. It's one of the largest known arthropods, a group of invertebrate animals that also include lobsters, spiders, and insects. These crabs can be found in the Pacific Ocean at depths of 160 to 2,000 feet. The vampire squid, or the vampire squid from hell. In Latin, the name of this cephalopod, which is neither a squid nor an octopus, is even more sinister. Its scientific name means vampire squid from hell. But the vampire squid, found in the inky depths of the mesopelagic zone, about 3,300 feet below the ocean surface, is gentler than its appellation indicates. Unlike its namesake, it doesn't feed on blood. Instead, this creature subsists on marine snow, decaying organic material that falls to the ocean floor, kind of like the dead leaves that litter forests. The anglerfish. The anglerfish is most famous for the bioluminescent growth on its head, which lures prey to its death. The anglerfish, possibly one of the world's ugliest creatures, is most famous for its bioluminescence growth on its head, which lures prey to its death at the lightless bottom of the ocean. However, there are more than 200 species of anglerfish, divided into 4 groups: goosefish, batfish, frogfish, and deep-sea angler. Only females possess the iconic bioluminescent angling apparatus. Most live at the bottom of the Atlantic and the Antarctic Oceans, sometimes as far as a mile below the surface. Rattails. Due to their long tapered bodies, grenadiers are better known as rattails. There are about 300 species of grenadiers, a large-headed fish found in warm temperature waters. Due to their long tapered bodies, these rodent-like creatures are better known as rattails. Goldfish. This goldfish-looking creature is aptly named ghost shark or chimera. Like sharks and rays, the ghoulish chimera is a type of cartilaginous fish. It also bears an uncanny resemblance to Zero, the dog from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Inhabiting temperate to cold waters around the world, chimera live at depths of 8,200 feet or more. There are about 47 species which range in length from 24 to 80 inches. Archaeological evidence has proven that chimera has been around for millions of years. The earliest fossil specimen, a skull, was dated to about 280 million years ago. It was unearthed in South Africa in the 1980s. Fringehead. The Sarcastic Fringehead is a tube blenny, a fish that burrows in narrow structures created by other creatures. Native to the northeast Pacific Ocean near California and Baja California, the Sarcastic Fringehead is a kind of tube blenny, a type of small fish that burrows in tube-like structures created by other creatures. Sarcastic fringeheads primarily gorge on squid eggs, but scientists believe that the male's oversized mouth may impede upon their ability to feed. The barrel-eye, also known as a spookfish, has extremely light-sensitive eyes on the top of its fluid-filled head. The barrel-eye was first described in 1939, but remained a mystery until 2009 when they discovered that its large tubular eyes could actually rotate inside its head. This rotational ability allows them to look forward for potential prey or face forward to see what it is eating. Since barrel eyes live at such depths where there is hardly any light, their tubular eyes help them to use whatever faint amounts of light drift towards them. They also have 2 spots above their mouths which are called nares, similar to human nostrils. The Faceless Cusk. As the name suggests, the Faceless Cusk eel has no face. Like dementors of the fish world, these eels don't have a face. Almost 4 years ago, Australian researchers found a faceless cusk at an incredible 13,000 feet below the water's surface. Expedition leader Dr. Tim O'Hara of Australian Museums Victoria told The Guardian, "It looks like 2 rear ends on a fish, really." Apparently its mouth sits under the rest of its body and is protrusible, meaning it extends to catch food and then disappears back inside its own body. Oceanographers aboard the HMS Challenger collected the first specimen of the species in 1873, which was the last time one was ever seen. The Blobfish. The Blobfish was named the world's ugliest animal in an online poll. Named the world's ugliest animal in an online poll conducted by a British organisation called the Ugly Animal Preservation Society. The blobfish belongs to the fathead sculpin family, a group of fish that dwell in the Atlantic, Pacific and Indian Oceans at depths ranging from 330 to 9,200 feet. While most fish stay buoyant with the aid of swimmer bladder, Blobfish, whose bodies are less dense than water, utilize the ocean itself as a floating mechanism. The most famous blobfish, Mr. Blobby, was discovered in 2003 off the coast of New Zealand and has inspired everything from plush toys to emojis. Preserved in ethanol alcohol, Mr. Blobby's final resting place is in the Australian Museum in Sydney. Lizardfish. The high-fin lizardfish grows to a maximum size of 2.5 feet. This toothy fella is found at depths of more than 3,200 feet and has been spotted in Africa between Morocco and Gabon and in Europe between Northern Ireland and the Mediterranean Sea. Deep-sea lizardfish, whose sharp teeth and large mouths come in handy for catching prey on the ocean floor, can grow to be more than 2 feet long. Aside from its fins, it would be easy to mistake this fish for a reptile. Snipe eel. The slender snipe eel can grow to be at least 4 feet long, but it weighs only a few ounces. The slender snipe eel, one of the most compact deep-sea critters, can grow to a minimum length of 4 feet but weighs no more than 6 or 7 ounces. Scientists aren't entirely sure how this eel catches its prey, but they speculate that the process involves the creature using its beak-like mouth to capture food. Research also suggests that slender snipes spawn once and then die. They reproduce through a process known as broadcast spawning, in which female and males respectively release eggs and sperm into the water column at the same time. If you enjoyed this content, like and subscribe.